Good morning and welcome to Lehman College's 51st annual commencement ceremony pre-show. I'm your host, Wayne Townsend.
And I'm Dorissa White.
We are standing here on the Lehman campus on the South Field where in about an hour or so, 3,670 students will be receiving their degrees. This is the largest graduating class in the history of Lehman College.
Wow, and the mood out here is exciting. As you can see behind us, everyone is getting ready. Everyone is excited. All of the graduates are in the apex right now, getting ready for the next chapter of their life.
In the meantime, we put together a great show. A little later, we'll be hearing from two graduating students, their journey through Lehman and what they're up to next. Dorissa will have interviews with their family members. Then, we put together 5 facts, one for each decade for the 51-year history of Lehman College. Then, we're going to wrap things up with a behind-the-scenes reel of how we put the show together.
But first, a message from our Vice President of Student Affairs, José Magdaleno, who is retiring after 26 years of dedicated service to Lehman College.
Take a look.
Hi, I'm José Magdaleno, Vice President of Student Affairs. Congratulations, class of 2019, and welcome to your commencement celebration. I've had the honor of presiding over this event for the past 22 years, and it is hands down the most joyous and rewarding moment for the entire campus community. We all revel in your happiness and your success. This past year, the college celebrated its 50th anniversary, and there are now over 81,000 Lehman alumni, which you, our largest graduating class, will now join. In my 22 years here, I've had the pleasure of getting to meet and later sometimes work with hundreds of men and women like you. What I know about Lehman students is that they are resilient. You are resilient. Whether you had to work to support your family or struggled in other ways, you didn't quit. Or if you were a full-time student but still found the time to volunteer or contribute in some way to the life of this campus, you made a difference. As you move forward in life, remember that you will forever be a part of the Lehman College family, and as such, will always be welcome back. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Wow, 26 years. Congratulations, Vice President Magdaleno. You leave a tremendous legacy behind. But I'm sure in your time here, you've heard many a success story, like the one we're about to share with you, Hillary Frank. Hillary is graduating today with a degree in chemistry, and thanks to a Teach for America grant, she will be teaching high school chemistry at a public school in Connecticut in the coming fall. Here's her story.
My name's Hillary Frank, and my major is in chemistry. Graduating in 2 weeks, woo! When I entered Lehman, I wanted to be a computer science major, but through chemistry, I've been able to find a happy medium that combines computer science with chemistry. Computers have been a really big part of my life since I was very young, when my dad built a computer and put it in my room and put educational software on it. I think the methodology behind how we teach is something that's never really discussed, and it's really important because that's how people learn. That's how people kind of get interested in a topic and want to pursue it. When I took that first chemistry course, and being that it was a flip model, I really enjoyed not only learning the chemistry a part of it, but I really enjoyed how they taught chemistry. I want to kind of break that barrier so that people can see, like, no, it's something that's approachable, it's something that's fun, and it's something that you can learn. If you really want to pursue something, you should just go for it. Because at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own life, and don't listen to kind of the outside noise of whether or not you should pursue something or not because you might be afraid. You're the one who's gonna have to make those choices. Hi, my name's Hillary Frank, and this is my Lehman story.
Now, as Wayne just mentioned, Hillary has had such an incredible journey at Lehman College, and to join us are Hillary's parents. How are you both?
We're fine. We're doing well.
How excited are you to be here today?
Well, we're very excited. We're very proud of our daughter. She has surpassed her goals here at Lehman College. She wanted to pursue her degree where she can accomplish and develop her researching skills in chemistry and in computer science. She worked as a research assistant and at the college and tutored students here. One of her papers were published in the Chemistry Letters, a professional journal in Japan. She traveled to Cuba as with the research department and chemistry department. She traveled and spoke on panels of research in North Carolina with the Latin American department. So we feel that overall she did a fantastic job. She was in the Lehman Scholars Program. She was nominated to be a Jeanette K. Watson Fellow. Her first summer, she worked at the American Museum of Natural History. The next 2 summers, she worked as a research student in California at USC and in China at Peking University.
And how do you feel?
I feel very proud of her. Plus, I'm happy that they select her to recruit new member of the Janet Watson Fellowship Program. And for all the hard work she done, today is a proud day for me to see her achieve her goal in everything she wanted to do.
And now one of the most, remarkable things that you said when we were on the phone was the fact that Hillary traveled and that she was able to travel, something that you wanted for your daughter.
Yes, it was very difficult, letting her go so far away, but I knew she had to pursue her dreams. I didn't want my fears of her traveling abroad to China by herself for the whole entire summer, but I felt confident she would be able to manage and be very responsible there.
Well, there you have it. Now, on to some Lehman facts.
The 70s. Lehman College was officially recognized as a senior college of the City University of New York on July 1st, 1968. At Lehman, students protesting CUNY's imposed tuition forced the school to close for a few days in 1976. For all of the social and civic unrest of the decade, Lehman College remained steadfast to its purpose of serving the community. The 80s. On March 20th, 1985, 2,000 children with disabilities and their teachers were shepherded into the vast concert hall of the Lehman Center for the Performing Arts for a special surprise performance by rock legend Prince. The 90s. We were Lancers. Before we became the Lightning, Lehman College's sports teams were known as the Lancers. We ditched the old name in favor of a genderless image in 1997. Today, we are the Lehman Lightning, and up until a decade ago, our mascot was the lightning bug. Prince, really? The Purple King was here, and I didn't know? Wow. What's your favorite Purple Rain? Dove's Cry?
You know it's Purple Rain. You know it's Purple Rain.
Our next graduation success story is Marco Luna. Marco is graduating today with a degree in political science. I'll vote for him. Here's his story.
My name is Marco Luna. My major is political science. I'm from the Bronx and my parents are from Mexico. Lehman College has played a substantial role in helping me become the person who I am today. I see myself as someone who's always willing to learn. You can always learn a lot from other people. As I learned more and more as to why people struggle, I realized that that's what I want to do. I want to help them. I want to help them have stability in their lives. My first protest was the climate march, and we were protesting the rise of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. So I actually went to that protest alone, and I just started walking, and everybody was chanting in unison. The whole world is watching. And the more I did outreach, the more I started protesting, the more empowered I felt. My ultimate goal in life is to start a credit union. I don't want people to be exploited. I want people to take control of their own savings, their own income. I want them to help get the resources that they need to actually have a decent life as human beings in general. I want to do something for the community. I want to empower the community. I just want to do so much more. My name is Marco Luna, and this is my Lehman story.
Wow, Marco's story is unbelievable. And we have his parents here to talk a little bit about that story. Now, how important was it for him to go to college after high school? I understand that he wanted to get a job.
¿Por qué era importante de que su hijo fuera a la universidad en lugar de dedicarse a trabajar después de la secundaria?
Bueno, para nosotros era muy importante que él lograra esta meta y llegar hasta acá para después él conseguir mejor futuro para él. Entonces él así podría trabajar en lo que él realmente le gusta y enfocarse más en sus estudios y que haya escuchado nuestros consejos de que lograr su meta hasta acá.
It was important for us that our son follows his dreams and that he achieves his goals, and we are really happy for him that he accomplished his goals.
Mm-hmm. And to my understanding, he is the first college graduate in your family. How do you feel about that?
Su hijo es el primero en graduarse de la universidad en su familia. ¿Cómo se sienten ustedes en este hecho?
Bueno, pues gracias, nos tenemos muy contentos, muy alegres por él que ha logrado sus sueños de terminar una carrera y ser un ejemplo a seguir para su hermano, que su hermano continúe sus estudios para que él sea igual que él o más que él. Gracias.
We are very happy that Marcos achieved his goals, and he is an example for the rest of the family. He's going to inspire his brother to continue higher education and maybe accomplish more than him.
And what are you guys going to do to celebrate today?
¿Qué planes tienen para celebrar hoy?
Tenemos planes para celebrar con la familia, con más cercanos y todo para celebrarle el que ha llegado hasta aquí. Estamos muy contentos.
We're very happy that he has a degree. We are going to celebrate with family and close friends.
All right. Thank you so much for speaking to us today. I really appreciate it. Congratulations.
Muchas gracias y congratulations. Y gracias.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. And some more Lehman facts.
The 2000s. Picture perfect. For years, Lehman campus's meticulous landscaping, tree-lined walkway, mix of old and new architecture with versatile facilities have been attracting film and television crews. Major films to use the Lehman campus as a backdrop include Howard Stern's 1997 film, Private Parts, and Steve Martin's 2006 film, The Pink Panther. For one particular scene, Cruz transformed the Apex's basketball court into a soccer field. Other films and television shows filmed on the Lehman campus include Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, NBC's Law and Order, CBS's The Good Wife, ABC's Quantico, and the Netflix original series, Jessica Jones. The 2010s, Lehman celebrated the arrival of the King. The Olmec head was a gift from the Mexican government of the state of Veracruz to commemorate the one-year anniversary of the Jaime Lucerdo Mexican Studies Institute at Lehman. The original king was unearthed in southeastern Mexico in 1964. Standing over 9 feet tall and weighing an estimated 40 tons, The colossal head is said to represent a powerful ruler of the Olmec civilization. Outstanding. So let me ask you a question, Darissa. What's your story? Where are you headed to?
Oh man, I guess the future is limitless, and that's one thing I learned from the graduates here today. The future has no limits, so I'm not really sure. I guess it's just up in the air.
Do you have a Twitter account?
I do have a Twitter that I just made, so you would be my first follower.
Yeah, you stole my punchline. It's all good. I ain't mad at you. But it's been a pleasure hosting this show. All right. This morning's program has been phenomenal. We're glad you're here, part of it. And but don't go away. We have a behind-the-scenes reel of how we put the show together.
And don't go too far because the actual commencement will begin at 10 a.m. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram below.
I'm your host, Wayne Townsend.
And I'm Darissa White. Thank you.
Bye.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the 51st annual commencement of Lehman College. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2019. I am Dr. Peter Nwosu, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Student Success. I am pleased to introduce to you the person who will be presiding over today's event. Please give a warm welcome to our host today, Professor David Hyman, Associate Professor of English.
Thank you, Provost Nwosu. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of the flags and colors by the New York City Police Department Color Guard Detail. The national anthem will be sung by Justin Kelly, a member of the graduating class of 2020. The Lehman College Community Band, conducted by Professor Alan Hollander of our music faculty, will accompany Mr. Kelly. After the anthem, please remain standing for the invocation by Reverend Dr. J.G. McGann, Sr., a member of the Lehman class of 91. Reverend McGann is the pastor of the St. Luke Baptist Church in Harlem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let us pray. Almighty God, giver of every good and perfect gift, we thank you for this blessed day of achievement. Your word tells us that no good thing will you withhold from those who walk uprightly. This 51st commencement celebration serves as a confirmation of your divine promise and blessings. The journey heretofore indeed has been a challenge, but your presence and power has been faithful. Thank you, Lord, for the families of these graduates who have been sources of encouragement. Thank you for the professors who played an integral role in molding and shaping the minds of these graduates. Thank you, dear God, for our efficient and effective president, Dr. José Luis Cruz, who exemplifies excellence and vision on behalf of Lehman College and the field of academia. Thank you, oh God, for the grounds that are kept, the bathrooms that are clean, for those who kept meticulous records in the bursar's office. Thank you, dear God, for the angels of encouragement who inspired those who felt like giving up to stay the course. We stand in agreement with Longfellow, who declared the heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they where the companions slept were toiling upward in the night. Thank you, dear God, for these over 3,400 graduates who have been resilient and stayed the course. Reward them, O God, bless them. Some, dear God, will graduate cum laude. Some, O God, will graduate magna cum laude. And yes, summa cum laude. But all, dear God, will graduate, thank you, Lordy. We invoke your divine presence upon this wonderful celebration. We thank you, O God, for the legacy of Herbert H. Lehman, who stood on behalf of integrity in public service and commitment and equality for all humankind. We ask your blessings upon the honorary degree recipients, Dr. Marcira Garcia, Whitfield Cavell, Ivan Seidenberg. Lord, bless, O God, our graduate speaker today, Lourdes Bravo. Bless, O God, Mildred Garcia. Bless this entire celebration today. In thy name we pray. Let us all say amen.
Thank you, Reverend McGann. Thank you, Mr. Kelly. And please be seated, everybody. Once again, welcome to the 51st commencement of Lehman College, and congratulations, class of 2019. And now, it is my great pleasure to introduce the president of Lehman College, Dr. José Luis Cruz.
Thank you, Professor Hyman, and good morning, class of 2019. Buenos dias. Class of 2019, as I stand here before you today, across from our student life building and in the shadow of our old gym, I see nothing but talent, determination, resilience, and success. The challenges you have faced along the way were many, but you did not relent. For years, you came to class, went to work, raised your young, cared for your elders, and bettered your communities. You researched topics, wrote papers, turned in homework, took exams, did experiments, presented posters, debugged code, rehearsed performances, completed fieldwork, and pulled more than your share of all-nighters. And in doing all of this, you have clearly demonstrated to all of us that you have the drive of those who strive to make their life here in the world's greatest city, the city of New York. We are in awe of you, of the strength of your character, the depth of your dedication, and the generosity of your spirit. And so it is that I call on all of us here today to offer a strong round of applause, or better yet, a standing ovation in honor of each and every one of the more than 3,600 members of Lehman's class of 2019. The largest graduating class in Lehman's 50-year history. And while we're at it, let's hear it for the families and friends who provided the unconditional love and support that fueled our students to this milestone. Let's also hear it for the world-class faculty who engaged our students in the meaningful pedagogical interactions that propelled them here today. And let's hear it for the indefatigable staff who worked so hard to create the conditions upon which our students could confidently navigate our physical campus and curricular roadmaps. In my time at Lehman, I have learned much about our campus community and the genuineness of the teachers, scholars, learners, advocates, and activists that conform this community is reflected in the fact that what I learned in my first few weeks on campus rings even truer today as I prepare to transition into a new leadership position within the City University of New York. My first impressions about our campus community have truly stood the test of time. I learned early on, and have since confirmed, that what our campus community admires most about Lehman College is the sense of engagement that exists among students, faculty, and staff, the sense of connectedness that links the college to the people and places in the community it serves, and the sense of purpose that sustains the most beautiful campus of the City University of New York. I learned early on, and have since confirmed, that our campus community is most proud of the direct and indirect role, the impact that Lehman College has had on hundreds of thousands of lives, the contributions that the college's academic programs and its centers and institutes have made to advance the tenets of social justice, and the myriad achievements in the areas of teaching, research, and community engagement that have established Lehman as the intellectual, economic, and cultural center of the great borough of the Bronx. And I learned early on, and have since confirmed, that our campus community is anything but complacent. The Bronx may be experiencing a renaissance, and Lehman may be a nationally recognized top engine of upward mobility. But this campus community acknowledges much still needs to be done before the college meets its full potential as an agent of change, as a steward of place. The college's commitment to become the top contributor to educational attainment in the Bronx by doubling from 45,000 to 90,000 the number of high-quality degrees and credentials that our students will earn by the year 2030 is but one example of our campus community's bias for meaningful action. And it is because of what I have learned that today I am more convinced than ever that no institution of higher learning is better positioned than Lehman College to model the equity-driven policies and practices needed to ensure that meaningful educational opportunities are made available to the millions of talented students who are coming of age in America today, but who, because of the color of their skin, the balance of their bank account, their place of origin, who they choose to love, or the tenets of their faith, have not yet been afforded the opportunity to meet their full potential. Class of 2019, my advice to you is simple. To live a life well lived, all you have to do is continue to roll up your sleeves, sharpen your focus, open your hearts, and get the job done. Congratulations, class of 2019, you did it.
Thank you, President Cruz. I'm honored now to introduce a very special guest from the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, Dr. Martin Burke. Dr. Burke is chairperson of the CUNY Faculty Senate and a member of the CUNY Board of Trustees. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Martin Burke.
Professor Hyman, President Cruz, Provost Mosso, Reverend McCann, Marshals Prohaska and Rothstein, Dr. Garcia, Messrs. Lovell, Seidenberg, and Yakira, Vice Presidents, Deans, colleagues, friends, family members, and especially to you, the graduating class of 2019, I bring greetings from the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York. Salve. I'm thrice honored to be here on the college's South Field this morning as a representative of the board, as a member of Lehman's faculty, and like you, a proud graduate of CUNY. The motto of the Board of Trustees is Eruditio Populi Libere Spes Gentium. The education of free people is the hope of humanity. Since 1847, with the founding of the Free Academy, now the City College, our university has been charged with providing that education to the children of the whole people. In 1870, Dr. Thomas Hunter established the Normal College of the City of New York to make higher education available for women, and to prepare teachers for the public schools. In 1931, that school, now renamed after its founder, opened its Hunter in the Bronx campus. And in 1967, that campus became the independent institution whose 51st commencement we celebrate today. We'll wait for the number 4. Okay. Since their inceptions then, this college and the university of which it is a member have been both in the city and a vital part of the city. What makes the undergraduate and the graduate degrees that you have earned here distinct is the support of your neighbors and the expectation that, in turn, you will be supporting the education of succeeding generations of New Yorkers. Thus, as you go on, as most surely you will, to achieve success in business, law, public service, the clergy, technology, nursing, teaching, and the arts, please keep in mind their contributions to you and your continuing obligations as engaged, educated citizens. You are the pride, the hope, and the future of this city and this state. Ave atque vale. Hail and fare you well.
Thank you, Dr. Burke. It is my pleasure now to invite Provost Nwosu back to the microphone. Dean James Mann of the School of Arts and Humanities will assist with the conferring of our honorary degrees. And may I ask Dr. Mildred Garcia to join them at center stage.
Provost Nwosu, at this time, I would like you to present the proclamation recommending Dr. Mildred Garcia for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Dr. Mildred Garcia has spent her career advocating for public higher education and is a nationally renowned champion for expanding opportunities for historically underserved students. As president of the American Association of State Colleges and Universities, Dr. Garcia is the first Latina to lead one of the 6 national presidentially based higher education associations in Washington, D.C. In her prior role as president of California State University Fullerton, she achieved a 30% improvement in 6-year graduation rates and a 65% improvement in 4-year graduation rates for first-time freshmen, both university records. When Dr. Garcia assumed the presidency of California State University at Dominguez Hills, she became the first Latina president in the largest system of public higher education in our nation. Dr. Garcia is a first-generation college student and an alumna of the City University of New York, CUNY. Let's give her a round of applause. She received her associate degree from New York City Community College, her bachelor's degree from Baruch College, a master's degree from New York University, and another master's and doctorate degree from Teachers College of Columbia University. Lehman College serves as a catalyst for social and economic mobility for its students, the majority of who are from historically underserved communities. Dr. Garcia's lifelong commitment to educational equity makes her an ideal candidate for an honorary CUNY degree from Lehman College. Be it resolved, therefore, that the Herbert H. Lehman College award Dr. Mildred Garcia the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, at the college's annual commencement ceremony on May 30th, 2019.
in pursuance of the authority vested in me by law and in accordance with the action of the trustees of the City University of New York, I now confer upon you, Dr. Mildred Garcia, mi presidenta, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa.
May I now ask Whitfield Lavelle to join us at center stage.
Provost Wosu, at this time, I would like you to present the proclamation recommending Whitfield Lavelle for the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa.
Whitfield Lavelle is an internationally acclaimed visual artist, best known for his contemporary installations and works on paper using historical African-American images and found objects. His poetic and intricately crafted tableaux and installations document and pay tribute to the passage of time and to the daily lives of anonymous African Americans. Mr. Lavelle was born in the Bronx. He received his bachelor's degree from the Cooper Union for the Advancement of Science and Art. He subsequently taught at several colleges and universities throughout the country. In 2007, Mr. Lavelle was awarded a MacArthur Foundation Fellowship. Works by Mr. Lavelle are featured in major museum collections, including the Whitney Museum of American Art in New York, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C., and many others. In 1993, Lehman College showcased his work in an exhibit entitled "The Bronx Celebrates Whitfield Lavelle." Mr. Lavelle uses art as a medium to depict history and uphold the dignity of common African Americans. His elegant works pay tribute to the marginalized and provide a rich context to tell their stories. Mr. Lavelle is an ideal candidate for an honorary CUNY degree from Lehman College. Be it resolved, therefore, that the Herbert H. Lehman College award Whitfield Lavelle the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa, at the college's annual commencement ceremony on May 30th, 2019.
In pursuance of the authority vested in me by law and in accordance with the action of the trustees of the City University of New York, I now confer upon you, Whitfield Lavelle, the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts honoris causa.
Thank you very much. When I was a child growing up in the Bronx, I always liked the arts. I loved singing, writing stories, and drawing. I particularly liked drawing. In fact, I was told by my parents that as a child, I drew all over the walls of the house. And they never scolded me or punished me because they said, well, you never know, he may grow up to be an artist one day. So they simply washed the walls and bought me a sketchbook. I'm honored to receive this doctorate degree from Lehman College. I'm particularly touched and honored because this is the college that my mother earned her master's degree. My mother, Gladys Glover Lavelle, was a masterful and dynamic teacher. She taught hundreds of people how to read and write, and she also taught people of all ages to believe in their dreams. It was not enough that I had talent for drawing, but I had to study and cultivate that talent. I had to learn the complexities of art, and it was not easy. It was hard work. While there were many people who supported me, there were also people who didn't. And there were times when I felt discouraged. I was told that I would never be able to make a living from being an artist. I was told that my work wasn't good enough. And I was told by some people that as a black man, the art world would never accept me. At one point when I was particularly struggling, my mother said to me, "Whitty, I gave you life, and I want to see you live it. God gave you talent, and He wants to see you use it. Don't let either one of us down." And so, you cannot give up on your dreams. Although she's not here to see me receive this award, I thank my mother, Gladys Lavelle, and I thank my many supporters and friends, and I'm internally grateful to Lehman College for this recognition. I'm quite humbled. Thank you.
May I ask Ivan Seidenberg to join us at center stage.
Provost Wosu, at this time, I would like you to present the proclamation recommending Ivan Seidenberg for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Ivan G. Seidenberg, retired Chief Executive Officer at Verizon Communications, Inc., spent more than a decade pursuing his bachelor's and master's degrees while working full-time and raising a family. A Lehman College alumnus, Mr. Seidenberg embodies the dedication, the focus, and tenacity of today's Lehman College students. Mr. Seidenberg was born in the Bronx and served in Vietnam. He began his career as a cable splicer for New York Telephone more than 40 years ago. He earned his bachelor's degree in mathematics from Lehman College in 1972 and his master's in business from Pace University in 1980, all while rising through the ranks of the various companies that became Verizon, serving in many leadership capacities. He became the co-chief executive officer of Verizon in 2000 and sole chief executive officer in 2002. By the time Mr. Seidenberg retired in 2011, he had transformed Verizon into a global telecommunications industry leader and is credited with leading the drive to new technologies, including wireless data, digital television, and high-speed internet. With Lehman College's strong emphasis on preparing students to succeed in the global economy, Mr. Seidenberg is an ideal candidate for an honorary CUNY degree from Lehman College. Be it resolved, therefore, that the Herbert H. Lehman College award Ivan G. Seidenberg the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, at the college's annual commencement ceremony on May 30th, 2019.
In pursuance of the authority vested in me by law and in accordance with the action of the trustees of the City University of New York, I now confer upon you, Ivan Seidenberg, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Well, good morning, everyone. President Cruz and the Board of Trustees, I would like to thank you for including me in this wonderful celebration that you're having today. It is hard to imagine that 55 years ago, both my wife, sitting right over there, and I enrolled in this campus. We're both from the Bronx, born and raised and schooled here in the Bronx. College was our first experience in learning about the world beyond our neighborhood. We learned new skills, we met new people, and eventually when we graduated, we acquired the confidence that we needed to move forward in this world. Now, coming from the Bronx, you all know that when a young person graduates, the whole family graduates. Your friends graduate. There you go. And the whole neighborhood celebrates. I would like to leave you with just one thought, and that is every single one of you, yes, every single one of you has the potential to be standing up here on this podium as one of the distinguished guests sometime in your future. God bless and enjoy your day.
Thank you, President Cruz, Provost Wosu, Dean Mann, and all of our honorary degree recipients. Let's have one more round of applause for Dr. Garcia, Mr. Lavelle, and Mr. Seidenberg. I am now pleased to introduce our student speaker, Ms. Lourdes Bravo. Ms. Bravo earned her Bachelor of Arts degree in Sociology in January with a GPA of 3.93. Ms. Bravo transferred to Lehman after receiving her associate's degree at Bronx Community College. She has served as a teaching assistant in the Department of Sociology. Please welcome our student speaker for the class of 2019, Ms. Lourdes Bravo.
José Luis Cruz, Provost and Senior Vice President Dr. Peter Wusu, Dr. Martin Burke, the entire Board of Trustees, and all of the platform party members. In addition, the prestigious faculty and staff that guided us to this day. I especially want to congratulate the Lehman College graduating class of 2019. I especially want to thank everyone who supported me as I made my way through Lehman College, especially my mother and father, who are my inspiration, my mentors, and the 1,000% reason I'm here today. I can only hope to be a fraction of the parent that you are. When I first walked onto Lehman College campus, I was 7 months pregnant. Just think, my 2-year-old daughter is watching me get my degree. Lehman is a very special place for me. This is also my mother's alma mater, and the place where I learned to love change. I learned that sometimes change is good, sometimes it's bad, but we need to welcome the differences it brings to our lives. My journey through college was not a direct path. My GPS of life read recalculating, recalculating pretty often. I passed through about 5 other private and community colleges, racking up a few credits here and there, but not quite getting my degree. After several years of trying and not being able to complete college, and well, a lot of student loans later, I decided to go to work. I was fortunate to be able to move through my career and find opportunities for advancement without my degree. I knew, however, there was a glass ceiling that I needed my degree to break through. I also reached the point where I found myself being called to another career, and without my degree, this goal would not become a reality. In hopes of following in my parents' admirable footsteps of being a teacher, I once again dusted off my book bag, sharpened my pencils, packed my shiny new notebooks, and headed off to school. Then I got there and I realized I was the only one with a pencil and paper, so I got a laptop. It had been a while since I've been in school. My first stop on this new adventure was Bronx Community College. I'm sure a few graduates here came through Bronx Community College as well. After finishing my associate's degree from Bronx Community College, I decided to enroll at Lehman. I was faced with another reality check of life. Due to my poor academic performance in my previous college attempts, I did not meet the required GPA. Here we go again, recalculating. Although I was not a candidate for the traditional admissions process, they did direct me toward the adult degree program that would offer me another way to apply and be considered. I was finally offered admission through Lehman College's adult degree program. I used to fear change. I feared the unknown. I avoided it at all costs. I realized I was looking at it all wrong. I had been working at the same job for over 10 years. And although I was not happy, I was scared of where a different path would take me, so I kept things the same. When my daughter turned 1, I realized I needed something different. I needed to create more opportunities for myself and for us. I decided to embrace a different choice and become a college student again. I was coming back to college after taking a break for over 15 years. That sure was different. This is what I learned about how life's differences can be exhilarating and how Lehman College taught me enthusiastically how to welcome these differences. Different is how I see the world now. Everything is brand new as I see it through my daughter's eyes. Different is how I get to experience Lehman College years after my mother walked these same paths before I even existed. Different is facing the world again and entering or re-entering the workforce. Different is the countless captivating discussions that I've been honored to be a part of here at Lehman College. Different like the remarkable students that I have been fortunate to cross paths with. Different like the countless exceptional and supportive professors that Lehman College has provided. Different is the various forks in the road that we will place our toes on and choose or not choose to take. Different is our lives as we move on from being Lehman College students to Lehman College alumni. We cannot be certain of what we'll be faced in the future, but please don't be afraid to recalculate and recalculate again. Getting lost on your way is not a failure, it's just a detour. Take the detour. Get lost in your journey. It'll make arriving that much more of an accomplishment. Congratulations, Lehman College graduates.
Thank you, Ms. Bravo. And as Ms. Bravo reminded us all, beginning today, all members of the class of 2019 assume a new role in the college as alumni. It is now my pleasure to welcome back to the college a Lehman alumnus who has gone on to accomplish great things, Dr. Michael Yakira of the class of 1972. I invite President Cruz back to the podium, and will Mr. Yakira please join him at center stage? Michael W. Yakira entered Lehman in 1968 and graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Accounting in 1972. All of his schooling, from kindergarten through college, was in the Bronx. At commencement in 1972, he received the Maine LaFrance Accounting Award for Communication. Soon after graduation, he joined the accounting firm Arthur Andersen and spent 3 years there, during which time he passed the CPA exam. He has worked in several industries, including oil and gas, telecommunications, and utilities, in which he served in various capacities, including Chief Financial Officer. He retired in 2014 after having spent 7 years as the Chief Executive Officer of NV Energy, an electric utility located in Nevada that was acquired by Berkshire Hathaway in late 2013. He was also the chairman of the Edison Electric Institute, an association that represents all investor-owned electric utilities in the United States. He and his wife Renee live in Las Vegas and have 4 children, all of whom are with him today. Congratulations, Mr. Yakira, on receiving the 2019 Alumni Achievement Award.
Why, I can't tell you how honored I am to receive this award. Looking at this group, it is amazing how much it's grown over the past 50 years. As was said, I'm proud to be a graduate of Lehman College, and also to say that all of my schooling from kindergarten through college was in the public schools of the Bronx, New York. When I started here in 1968, the year the name of the school was changed from Hunter Uptown or Hunter in the Bronx to Lehman College, that was also the first year that a curriculum in accounting was offered. and I graduated with a Bachelor's of Science degree in accounting 47 years ago in 1972. I'm very happy to be sharing this day with my wife, my children, and my sister and brother-in-law, both of whom are graduates of the CUNY system. I've lived in 6 states and more than a dozen cities, and everywhere I've lived and everywhere I've worked, I've talked with pride about the years that I spent on this campus. I appreciate not only the education that was offered me here, but the foundation that Lehman provided to me in life. The school has been always known for its diversity, as we can see profoundly here, and that diverse student body made me appreciate throughout my career that in order to be successful, it's important to work with people who have different opinions, different experiences, different backgrounds, and different cultures. Lehman might not be very well known outside of New York, and in fact even lesser known out west where I live. But the education it provides and the successful careers it has produced and will continue to produce are as good as any school in the United States. Congratulations on your graduation, and I hope you have much success. And I also hope that the passion and dedication and happiness that you're feeling today continues throughout your life. Once again, I appreciate this recognition, and I'm just very excited to be here. Thanks very much.
We are very pleased that Dr. Mildred Garcia will deliver the commencement address. Please welcome again Dr. Mildred Garcia, President of the American Association of State Colleges and Universities.
Good morning, buenos dias. Members of the board, Dr. Burke, President Cruz, the distinguished faculty and staff, the beloved family and friends of our graduates, my sister Sally and brother Louis, and brother-in-law and sister-in-law Louis and Imelda, who join me today. We know how important family is to us. And of course, the most important people here today, the graduates of the class of 2019. Congratulations, felicidades. How humbled am I and honored to join you on this very special day and this momentous occasion. And thank you for bringing me back home to New York City. Class of 2019, you made it. Today is your day to celebrate, to remember that all your studying and hard work paid off. You now have some time to binge watch your favorite shows, may that be The Office, Game of Thrones, Project Runway, or La Última Novela, or whatever else is your latest on Netflix, and not feel guilty. And today is your day to feel your family's pride in your accomplishments and your achievements, because it's their accomplishments as well. Now, some of you might be thinking, why in the world is the president of the American Association of State Colleges and Universities our commencement speaker at my graduation? Well, for starters, our institutions have a great deal in common. We serve students from all walks of life, regardless of their station in life or their background. Our biggest similarity is the value both institutions play on creating an inclusive environment and preparing its graduates for working, living, and thriving in a multicultural global community. Your mission statement is very clear when it states, and I quote, that Lehman College prides itself on its diversity and its commitment to multicultural understanding, and is committed to providing its students a superb education within a dynamic research environment while we embrace diversity and actively engage students in their academic, personal, and professional development, unquote. These are not just words collecting dust on some shelf. They are the tenets upon which our respective institutions were founded. And I know Lehman upholds those tenets, not just because I see the beautiful diversity of the graduating class before me, but because I am very familiar with the work of your president, Dr. José Luis Cruz, a national, international leader who I have worked shoulder to shoulder with and who is passionate about student success, anchored in creating the next leaders, that's all of you included, to continue to build the capacity of equity, inclusion, and equitable participation in our democratic, multicultural, and global nation. That is why today we celebrate more than a degree achieved. We honor a dream realized. And I am proud that each of you now joins me and President Cruz in being the change we want to see in the world, so that the next generation of diverse students encounter less obstacles and more opportunities, less discrimination and more equal pay, less broken hopes and more broken glass ceilings. Like some of you, my journey to this stage was not an easy one, but it does point to the fact that the one true solution to poverty and violence is higher education. Before I was born, my parents migrated from Puerto Rico to New York in search of a better life. And we were soon a family of 7, living in a Brooklyn tenement on the factory wages my parents worked so hard for. They had no more than an 8th grade education, not from lack of intelligence, but from lack of equitable access to quality education. And while we never felt poor, our poverty led to a phrase coined by my parents that has become the through line of my career. And they said, la única herencia que una pobre familia le deja a sus hijos es una buena educación. The only inheritance a poor family can leave its children is a good education. Together, my parents wielded the power of that profound truth to light a fire under all 7 of their children. My parents understood that education, and only education, could propel us beyond the factory walls they worked on, beyond the housing projects we had to live in, and beyond what we could even imagine. Today, I stand before you, a first-generation college kid, maybe not so young, a first-generation student that lived in the housing projects in Farragut, being granted an honorary degree from Lehman College, CUNY, and my alma mater. And that is all because I continue to believe in the power of the aforementioned phrase my parents instilled in me. Because of my amazing parents and my brothers and sisters and my entire family, I am honored to dedicate this honorary degree bestowed upon me today to them, because they supported all my crazy dreams throughout my career. To me, the phrase that my parents taught us transcends poverty and low-income students, tapping into that universal truth about education. It is the great equalizer. And when we as educators ensure everyone has an equitable access to it, all communities are lifted and all children are left with an inheritance that they can bank on and their parents and families can be proud of. Yes, it originated as a Spanish phrase from two Puerto Rican migrants, but it is no less American than the words written in our Constitution, etched on the Statue of Liberty, or spoken by our most beloved leaders. For if we believe life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are truly inalienable rights, if we believe the mother of exiles shines bright for your tired, your poor, and your huddled masses, and if we believe in Dr. King's dream, then we must also believe in equitable access to quality higher education for all students, regardless of where they're from, how they got here, who they love, what gender they identify with, how much money they have in the bank, or what God they pray to. Yes, our country is going through a difficult time, and those who are suspicious of diversity and fear the changing face of our nation have been emboldened to speak and lash out against it. It is institutions like Lehman College and the institutions I represent that contain language that publicly affirms a welcoming environment, inclusive and safe, where diversity is a point of pride and of excellence. So when our DACA students are threatened with deportation, or children are taken away from their families at the border, or the Muslim members of our campus community are subjected to religious-based travel bans, or when we witness anti-Semitism against our Jewish students, or the legitimacy of Black Lives Matter movement is called into question, or our LGBTQ students fear losing their well-earned rights, or our veterans are not treated with respect after serving our country, we as educators, and now you leaders, graduates of Lehman College, are obligated to speak out, not just on the moral grounds, but on the very tenets we agreed to uphold by accepting our degrees and embarking on our career and life journey. Indeed, with your profound achievement today comes profound responsibility. For you are now our beacon of hope and opportunity for the next generation of Lehman students and every diverse person you meet, work with, live in your neighborhoods, and lead in your chosen professions. Today, you become the role models of our country and join only 1/3 of our U.S. population, only 1/3, that holds a bachelor's degree and beyond. Class of 2019, shine bright for them as so many shined bright for you during your time here and throughout your journey. Make the mission of your alma mater part of your life's work. Continue learning. Make us all proud in what you do in your chosen profession, in your community, and in our country. And in the incredible tradition of Lehman College, make a difference. And now, after this ceremony is over, we know you're going to go out and party. You're going to dance the night away. May that be hip-hop or salsa, merengue, bachata, or whatever it is you're going to be dancing. And after all your celebrations, get some rest, and then join us to ensure that our country continues to be the land of the free and the brave, and a symbol of hope, freedom, and democracy for all who live on our shores. Congratulations, class of 2019. Felicidades.
Thank you, Dr. Garcia, for those inspirational remarks. Let's give her another warm round of applause. At this time, I have the honor of recognizing two members of our distinguished faculty, and I invite President Cruz back to the podium to join me. First, we recognize a full-time faculty member who has been chosen by a selection committee of faculty and students as Teacher of the Year. And you will all recognize this gentleman. Will Professor David Hyman, our Master of Ceremonies, please come to center stage? Dr. David Hyman is an associate professor in the Department of English. And now I will quote from his nomination letter. Professor Hyman is known among students as the, quote, professor who can teach anything. His ability to transfer genuine passion and knowledge of diverse literature to his students sets him apart from other professors. His zeal is unmatched. His classroom is a consistent place of enlightening conversation, of students eagerly engaged and committed to growth. He is wise yet humble. He makes the impossible seem possible. He is committed in being the professor who will be there for his students in time of challenge, end of quote. Our congratulations to Professor Hyman on being named Teacher of the Year. We now recognize an adjunct faculty member who has been chosen by selection committee as Adjunct Teacher of the Year. Will Professor Richard Biritella please come to center stage? Dr. Richard Biritella is an adjunct assistant professor in the Department of Physics and Astronomy. According to his nomination letter, quote, Richard is not only a talented and inspiring teacher while in class, he devotes a lot of time to students outside the class. Students can essentially go to his office and ask questions any time of the day. He always makes himself available to them, and they feel comfortable with him. Physics is a subject that can be quite challenging and scary to many of our students. Richard, being a Lehman undergraduate himself, knows our student population, and although he's rigorous and demanding as a teacher, he's also there to help and support them, end of quote. Our congratulations to Professor Biritella on being named Adjunct Teacher of the Year. Thank you, and now, Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present the more than 3,600 candidates who have qualified for degrees and advanced certificates from Herbert H. Lehman College. We will present candidates according to their academic school, arts and humanities, education, continuing and professional studies, natural and social sciences, and health sciences, human services, and nursing. Each of our 5 deans will present the candidates from their schools. First, may I ask Dean James Mann of the School of Arts and Humanities to present candidates within this school.
Thank you. Provost Wosu, I'm honored to present to you the candidates for bachelor's and master's degrees in the School of Arts and Humanities. Please rise when you hear the name of your department and remain standing. Africana Studies. Art. English. History. Journalism and Media Studies. Languages and Literatures. Latin American and Latino Studies. Music, Multimedia, Theater and Dance. And Philosophy. Provost Wosu, I present the candidates for degrees in the School of Arts and Humanities. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dean Mann. Would Interim Dean Ga-Yun Chen present the candidates for degrees and advanced certificates within the School of Education?
Thank you, Provost Wosu. I'm honored to present the candidates for degrees and certifications in the School of Education. Please, please rise at the name of your department and remain standing. Counseling, Leadership, Literacy, and Special Education. Thank you. This is great. Early childhood and childhood education. Middle and high school education. Provost Wosu, I present the candidates for the degrees and certifications in the School of Education. Congratulations! Now you may be seated.
Thank you, Interim Dean Chen. At this time, may Dean Jane McKillop present the candidates within the School of Continuing and Professional Studies.
Thank you, Provost Wosu. I'm honored today to present the candidates from the Adult Degree Program in the School of Continuing and Professional Studies. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Liberal Studies please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor's in Self-Determined Studies and candidates for the CUNY Baccalaureate please rise? And now, will all 240 adult degree program students please rise? Provost Wazoo, I present the candidates for degrees in the School of Continuing and Professional Studies. Congratulations, you may be seated.
Thank you, Dean McKillop. At this time, may Interim Dean Pamela Mills present the candidates for degrees within the School of Natural and Social Sciences.
Thank you, Provost Mosu. It is my honor to present the candidates for bachelor's and master's degrees in the School of Natural and Social Sciences. Please rise as you hear the name of your department called and remain standing. Anthropology. Biological Sciences. Chemistry. Computer Science. Economics and Business. Earth, Environmental, and Geospatial Sciences. Mathematics. Physics and Astronomy. Political Science. Psychology. Sociology. Provost Wosu. Provost Wosu, that concludes the presentation of all candidates for degrees in the School of Natural and Social Sciences. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Thank you, Interim Dean Mills. At this time, may Interim Dean Eileen Warren present the candidates for degrees within the School of Health Sciences, Human Services, and Nursing.
It is my honor to present the candidates from the School of Health Science for bachelor's and master's degrees and certifications in the School of Health Sciences, Human Services, and Nursing. Please rise as you hear your department's name and remain standing. Health Sciences. Nursing. Social work. And speech languages and human and hearing sciences. Provost Mosu, that concludes the presentation of all candidates for degrees and certifications
in the School of Health Sciences, Human Services, and Nursing. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dean Waring.
It is now my pleasure and privilege to introduce a special guest who holds the position once held by Herbert H. Lehman, our college's namesake. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior United States Senator from New York and U.S. Minority Leader, the Honorable Chuck Schumer.
Congratulations, 2019 Lehman. You've made it. Now, first I want to announce I have a class gift for all of you. You know, it's hard to pay for college, right? If you're poor, the federal government helps you out. That's a good thing. But what about the middle class? So, a few years ago, I wrote a law that said you or your parents, whoever paid for college here at Lehman, can take as a full tax credit $2,500 off your federal taxes for every year of college, provided, in Washington, there's always a provided your family income is below $200,000 a year. So, for those of you who come from families who make below $200,000, make sure you or mom or dad, whoever paid for college, takes that credit. Last year, about a quarter of all the people entitled to it didn't take it because it's relatively new. And if you forgot, you can actually fill out a little form from the IRS and get a check in the mail for up to $7,500 back. Not a bad class gift. Now, what happens if you come from a family that makes above $200,000 a year? God bless you. One other point. There's more we have to do to get that college debt burden off your shoulders. So I am introducing legislation, it has a good chance of passing, that says no student who gets out of college or graduate school should ever have to pay more than a small percentage of their income to pay back that debt. It's long past time our government tackles the student debt crisis. Now, I got here a little late, right? I had a nice speech prepared. Here is my second class gift, because I know you want to see your families. To the class Lehman 2019, congratulations.
Let's give another thank you to Senator Schumer. At this time, I now invite your attention and applause for those students who are graduating with honors and special distinctions today. Will everyone who is a member of an honor society or a recipient of departmental honors, recipients of scholarships, prizes, and awards, please rise? Will all students who are veterans please rise? Will all members of the staff of Lehman College who are graduating today please rise? And will all students who are the first in their families to graduate from college please rise? And please remain standing, all of you, remain standing. Now may all degree candidates rise. All degree candidates. President Cruz, we have now presented all candidates for bachelor's and master's degrees. as well as certificates and advanced certificates from Herbert H. Lehman College, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Business Administration, Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Science, Master of Science in Education, and Master of Social Work, certificates and advanced certificates.
In pursuance of the authority vested in me by law, on the recommendation of the faculty, and in accordance with the action of the trustees of the City University of New York, I now confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended. My congratulations to all bachelor's, master's, certificate, and advanced certificate graduates. I now invite all undergraduates to turn your tassels to the left. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, President Cruz. Now, let us please take a moment to recognize the family members of our new graduates with our applause. And let us also ask our faculty to please stand up. Let us recognize them for all their hard work and dedication. And please continue to support them in their fight to ensure that Lehman and CUNY remain able to provide future students with the same opportunity for the incredible achievement that all of you are being honored for here today. I ask you all to please rise again. You're all rising. Stay rising. For the alma mater, sung by Joanna Gracia Lara from the Lehman College class of 2020. And please, everybody, remain standing until the academic procession has left the field. Thank you all and congratulations. That closes Lehman's commencement ceremony for 2019. Please, let me thank everyone who helped to make this ceremony successful, and thank all of you for attending. May each of you enjoy every moment of this day. Congratulations. Please again remain standing until this academic procession has left the field. Thank you all.
Check, 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 check.